Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Who you are, who you are. One nation under a thug and bullet sky. Young nation, no revolution and no cause. One nation, young, black, and dangerous by far. Young nation, just trying to get this. Murderous mind state, can't keep my nine straight, sipping on this Hennessy.
How much do you bench, bro? Oh, well, you know, I'm not going that heavy today. Today is a light day. Okay. How many can you get, though? What's your 1 rep max, though? Oh, bro, I don't really do 1 rep maxes, you know. I just like to lift a bit, you know, light a bit, you know. Yeah, you know. The most common question, how much do you bench, bro? If you were to ask me now, how much do you bench, bro? Well, I can't really tell you. The last time I did a flat bench press, I managed 16 reps on a plate. And if you see some of my other videos, you will see me doing 16 reps. That was about 4 months ago, I believe. I've not touched the flat bench press since then. So I'm guessing I can probably do 10 reps to 12 reps, maybe even 14 if I really go for it. But I don't care how much I bench. All I care is how I look in the mirror and how I feel when I look in the mirror. Okay? Let me tell you a story about the bench press. My relationship with the bench press. I approached the bench press obviously just like anyone else as a youngster. I didn't even know I had Poland syndrome when I first started training. I knew my hand was short and smaller, but I didn't know about my chest. I was so covered in fat, I didn't know. Started off on the 2.5 kg plates, worked my way up all the way up to a plate, a 1 wheel. It took about 2 years, but I got there. As I entered the bulk life, I got stronger and stronger. Not as quick as everyone else, but I was persistent. I stuck with it. No injuries thus far. And after about 4 or 5 years of lifting, I was repping 80 kg for 8 reps. Most I ever did, I think, was about 90 or 92 for 2 reps. Now that's quite a lot of weight, so that's a plate and a 15 and a plate or a plate and a 10 on each side. That's quite a lot, okay, considering that I struggle on a plate these days and I struggle on 60-pound dumbbells these days, but my chest looks so much better than it was. Nowadays I don't press as much because with all that weight and pressing came injuries, so I had to reassess my training and go back to the drawing board and start from scratch. Okay, the point is, it's just a bench press. Okay, it's just another exercise. The chest is just one of many muscles in the body. Okay, so if you're a youngster, don't worry about the chest. You know, everybody has 1 or 2 unique body parts. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman, it was his biceps, or pretty much everything else. Dorian Yates, it was his back. Everyone has something. My legs are still okay, my arms are still okay, and I know with enough work and dedication, I can still look good in all the other areas. Okay, so don't worry about your chest and the bench press. You know, the weights are just tools for you to create something. Yeah, that vision that you have in your head, yeah, that vision doesn't know numbers. Okay, your body doesn't know numbers. All it knows is stress. Okay, and it reacts to stress. So it's not about how much you lift, it's how intense you are. It's like, even though I only lift a plate, and even though I only push 60-pound dumbbells, I fucking own them 60-pound dumbbells. I will go ham on them 60-pound dumbbells. My chest will be sore as the next day from 60-pound dumbbells. Okay, there's more than one way of doing a rep. Okay, there's more than one way of performing an exercise. You can adjust your form, you can adjust the angle of the bench. There's so many things you can do. You know, once you get it, you will realize. But the point is, okay, back to the story. I once I was pressing once. I can't remember the weight I had on the bar, but what I like to do is I like to stop at the bottom sometimes. when I'm getting a bit tired. You know, stop at the bottom for about a second, like a pause rep, and then push up. Okay, so this particular time, I sort of let the bar rest on my chest. I kind of let the, I let the stress off the chest, and I let my rib cage take the weight, and then obviously I pushed back up again, and that triggered something inside. I pulled a muscle inside my chest, because obviously as I don't have the pec on this side, the bar rested, like top of my rib cage, and I got home and I knew straight away something was wrong. Every time I was taking a breath, I would get a sharp pain in my chest. I thought we're gonna die. So after about 2 days of feeling depressed, I didn't even touch my phone at the time. This must have been about 4 years ago. I didn't touch my phone, I didn't talk to no one. I was like, this is it, I'm gonna die now. And I just need to prepare for it. And yeah, I went to my doctor, and first thing the doctor said was, do you do any heavy lifting? And I'm like, yeah, I like to weight train. And he's like, okay, most likely it's that. And he didn't give me anything for it. He was just like, you'll be fine. I'm like, I'm dying over here. He's like, you'll be fine, don't worry, just go home and stay away from weights. And luckily, I recovered from that. It took a week or so. I stayed away from the gym, because that was the only time that I stayed away from the gym. The point is, even though it's a simple exercise, you can still hurt yourself if you're doing everything right. You know, you have to remember, you're not built like everyone else. You might have a stronger mindset than them, you might have a better work ethic than them, but at the end of the day, you do not have all the tools. So just bear that in mind. Just bear that in mind when you take your 2 scoops of pre-workout, and you're all jacked up and you're fucking ready and your heart is already pounding, yeah, and you're out of breath. Just bear that in mind. Yeah, it's still dangerous. You're still messing around with heavy weights, okay? So just be careful, and remember, it's just an exercise. So when someone asks you, oh, bro, how much do you bench? I don't know, you can either be honest with them and say, look, I have Poland syndrome, and then go into the whole thing and then explain it, or you can just say, oh, I'm not really bothered how much I bench, bro, I don't know. Or you can just say, look at my chest, man. Alright, until next time.